Baseball. Houston Astros first baseman Yuli Gurriel is facing possible punishment after making a racist gesture during the World Series. Gurriel said he didn't intend to offend Dodgers pitcher Yu Darvish when he pulled on the corners of his eyes after homering against him during Houston's 53 win in Game 3. Article continues below. I didn't try to offend nobody, Gurriel said in Spanish through a translator. I was commenting to my family that I didn't have any luck against Japanese pitchers here in the United States. Gurriel, a 33-year-old from Cuba, made the gesture shortly after homering to start Houston's 4-run second inning. While sitting in the dugout, Gurriel put his fingers to the side of his eyes and said chinito, a derogatory Spanish term that translates literally to Little Chinese. Darvish was born in Japan to a Japanese mother and Iranian father. A person with knowledge of the situation told the Associated Press the league intends to speak with Gurriel. The person spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity because the league had not publicly addressed the matter. Gurriel may be punished, including a possible suspension during the World Series. Houston App. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred doesn't blame the baseball for all the long balls. A World Series record 8 home runs were hit in the Houston Astros' 76-11 inning win over the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 2, including 5 in extra innings. That followed a regular season that featured 6,105 home runs, 2.4% more than the previous record of 5,963 set in 2000 at the height of the steroids era. Speculation about juice balls has been fueled by a report claiming the makeup of the league's baseballs has changed in recent years. I'm absolutely confident that the balls that we're using are within our established specifications, Manfred said Friday before Game 3. I think making a judgment based on seeing home runs in a single game just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Astros pitcher Dallas Keuchel was quoted as saying after Game 2, obviously, the balls are juiced. Pro Basketball New York App. Billionaire Joseph Tsai has agreed to purchase a 49% stake of the Brooklyn Nets from Mikhail Prokhorov, with the option to become controlling owner in 4 years, a person with knowledge of the details said. The franchise is being valued at $2.3 billion under terms of the agreement, the person told the Associated Press. The person spoke on condition of anonymity because there were no public comments about the sale, which must be approved by the NBA's Board of Governors. Tsai is the co-founder and executive vice president of the Alibaba Group, a Chinese e-commerce company. Born in Taiwan, he is a graduate of Yale. He also owns the San Diego entry in the National Lacrosse League. Oakland, California. App. Golden State's Draymond Green and Washington's Bradley Beal were ejected after fighting beneath the Wizards' basket late in the first half of a game. Beal held the front of Green's jersey with his left hand while grabbing Green around the jaw with his right. That enraged Green, who threw his right arm in frustration as other players joined the scrum. Green had to be pulled away from the skirmish by Andre Iguodala and Warriors security personnel. Green was tossed after getting his second technical foul. The back of his uniform was torn from near his right shoulder down to his waist. Green was hit with his first technical at the 805 mark of the second quarter for arguing a foul call. The Wizards led the defending NBA champions 6,753 at intermission. Pro Football. The Jacksonville Jaguars are taking a chance on Marcell Dareus, hoping he can solidify the team's most glaring defensive deficiency. The Jaguars traded a 6th-round draft pick in 2018 to the Buffalo Bills in exchange for the 330-pound run-stopper with a checkered past. Jacksonville ranks 6th in total defense and 2nd in passing defense, but 31st against the run. Dareus, a two-time Pro Bowl selection and the 3rd overall pick in the 2011 draft, should help bolster the interior of a defense that leads the NFL in sacks 33 and is 2nd in takeaways 16. He also is reunited with former Bills and current Jaguars coach Doug Marrone. Dareus played 2 years, including his best season 2014, under Marrone in Buffalo. Golf. Palm Beach Gardens. Blah. App. Tiger Woods pleaded guilty to reckless driving in a deal that will keep him out of jail as long as he stays out of trouble, resolving charges from an arrest last spring in which he was found passed out in his Mercedes with prescription drugs and marijuana in his system. Woods spoke only briefly during a hearing at a Palm Beach County courthouse, answering questions from a judge about his plea agreement. Prosecutors dropped a driving under the influence charge for the superstar golfer, and the judge warned him to behave. This particular plea agreement has no jail time on it. However, if you violate your probation in any significant way, I could revoke your probation and then I could sentence you to jail for 90 days with a fine of up to $500. Is that understood? Judge Sandra Bosso Pardo said. Woods, 41, nodded. He did not make any statement during the hearing or outside the courthouse. Soccer Rome app. Rome police have identified 20 Lazio fans who they say littered the Stadio Olimpico with images of Anne Frank, the young diarist who died in the Holocaust, wearing a jersey of city rival Roma. Police used closed-circuit video footage to try to find the offenders. 13 of the fans are being investigated for acts of racial discrimination for putting up anti-Semitic material featuring offensive content which could incite racial hatred. Police said Friday that 13 of the fans have been banned from attending sports events in Italy, 12 of them for 5 years and 1 for 8 years because the person had already served 3 previous such bans.